Hey everybody, happy Monday. Today I'm going to go over functional range conditioning for the hip. There is a whole functional range conditioning protocol for many different parts of the body, but today I'm going to be explaining the protocol for the hip. If you want to look this up yourself, I did not develop this system, somebody else did. It is going to be called functional range conditioning for the hip. So go ahead and check it out, and you can read up a lot more on functional range conditioning for many other parts of the body. But for today, we are going to do the hip. So the things that you need to do this particular exercise is a yoga mat that is pretty thick, that you can double up on the floor because we're going to be driving our knee into that. And you're going to need either a set of trekking poles, or you can use PVC pipe. Just make sure that the length is about half of your body height. So the reason why I do functional range conditioning is because I have been a runner for many years, and I deal with having glute shut off specifically on the left side. And what happens with that as well is my pelvis starts to become unlevel because of those muscles not being balanced, and my psoas in the front gets tight, and it just kind of keeps this nasty repetitive cycle of being tight in the front and weak in the back on one side. So then I kind of start going down the road a little bit half-cocked, and I'm not as efficient, and I'm not using my left side as much as I use my right, and obviously that is not efficient over time, and you'll get overuse injury from that. So one way to help correct the imbalance at the hip with maybe a one-sided glute shutoff is to implement this functional range conditioning that I'm going to show you for the hip today. Again, trekking poles, PVC pipe, and the yoga mat. So I'm going to do my left side. And first I'm just going to go ahead and place my knee down onto the yoga mat like so. And my trekking poles are going to sit out in front of me, acting as stabilizers. My forward leg is at a 90. All right, my knee is in line with my ankles. My ankle. I'm going to switch sides here so you guys can see better. And I'm not going to get into a full-on stretch with this just yet, okay? I'm going to start this process at about 40% range of motion at my hip. Go ahead and pull this up so you can see. I'm not completely stretched out. I'm about 40% here. So this is the long haul part of this exercise, guys. You're going to force pressure, drive pressure through your hand, through the trekking pole to the floor. And what this does is it corrects my posture in my back. My scapulas, or my bones in the back, come together a little bit. Shoulders go back, and my lats are engaged, this big muscle here, by forcing pressure down and through the trekking poles. And now I'm going to apply pressure through my right heel, through my knee in the back. Okay, so I'm going to be trying to bring those two appendages together. I'm going to be driving my heel to my rear knee. Forcing and vicing pressure down consistently. My left glute is tight, driving pressure through the left knee to the floor, keeping my rib cage down so that my back is not arched, and just driving consistent pressure through all these body parts. Okay, my left arm is pushing as hard as my right arm is pushing it to the floor. My core is engaged, and I'm pushing pressure from my left heel, right heel to my left knee. Consistent pressure, not letting go. This is hard to do, guys. This is burning out already. I'm only like about a minute into this. This is very difficult. My body is starting to shake a little bit, but that's the point. Firing these muscles up, firing up the glute on the left side, driving weight, scissoring that foot and that knee together. Whew. And this is tough. I mean, I'm definitely shaking. It's like holding a plank. Everything is tight. Taking big, deep breaths. Tightening down even more. And once I hit that 2-minute marker, I'm gonna release everything, okay? So now that I've fired up the glute, I've given some leeway for my hip flexor to loosen up a little bit. So now the second part of this is I'm going to find my new range of motion from that static hold. Now I'm at about 70%, okay? Found the new range of motion, and now this is where the more challenging part comes in. I'm going to contract and relax. So I'm going to contract by taking my right heel, driving it towards my left knee. Upper body is tight like it was before. And now I'm going to push them away. So I'm going to push my left knee back and my right heel is going to go forward. Pushing them away, maybe a 2 count, 1, 2. Now driving them back together again. Left heel is coming back to the left knee. Now pushing them away again. Driving them together. Pushing them away. Together. Away, away. The left glute is contracted. And now together. Right hamstring is contracted now. Knee is driving the floor, pushing away. Together. Think of your lower body as scissors. Right now, we're opening them up. And now I'm closing it down. Open and close. Open and close. So I'm going to repeat that contract, relax portion 20 to 25 times, depending on how tight I am. Today I'm really tight, so I would do that 25 times. Each movement would count as one. So when you open up, that's one. When you close down, that's another one. Okay, so you have to do both sides of your body for the same amount of time. Do each side all by itself. So if you start with your right hip flexor, do the 2-minute hold, the static hold where you're bringing the knee and the heel together. And then find the new range of motion, about 65–70% at the hip. And then do the contract, relax, where you're bringing the heel and the knee together, and then you're driving the heel away and pushing the knee away at the same time, back and forth like that, to 20 to 25 times. So this whole exercise is going to take you to do both sides roughly 5.5–6 minutes, depending on how much you hold the contract, relax portion of it. I like to hold the contract, relax portion for about 2 seconds. So again, the way that that goes is you push them away, hold it 1, 2 count, drive together, 1, 2 count, push away, 1, 2 count, drive together. The more deliberate about this you are, the more you are mindfully turning those muscles on and holding those contractions, the more you're going to get out of this. And I think that you will see results like I did very quickly within doing this for about 2 weeks. I had a great improvement in my ability to turn on the weak glutes. I definitely felt a lot more stable, and I definitely had a lot less tension in my low back, and my stride felt much more equal. The weight distribution from my right to my left side was much more equal, and I also saw a change in my right-left balance on my Garmin as well. When I started this, my right-left balance was sometimes as bad as 48% on the left side to 51% on the right side, which is awful. And I've been able to improve that and get closer, like the 49, 51, and some days 50-50. That's pretty awesome range. So, but again, this is doing this exercise every day, especially before my lower body strength days and before I run. It has greatly improved range of motion at the hip, stability at the hip, and also just the positioning and levelness of the hip, which is really super important. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that you understood how to complete this exercise. It's quite difficult to teach, even in a one-on-one setting with somebody. Please, if you have any comments in regards to this or any questions, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope I can keep bringing you guys good content that keeps you busy, especially in the quarantine time. And thank you all, and I hope you have a great day.